What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to Funnelheads. Today we're going to be discussing a Carnival Cruise Line excursion, and that excursion is the Behind the Fun tour. We're going to go in detail on what to expect on this tour, how to book it, what you get as far as souvenirs, as well as our overall thoughts, so stay tuned for that. If you're new to the channel or returning and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so, becoming part of our Funnelhead family. We would absolutely love to have you. Commenting, liking, sharing the video helps tremendously, so we appreciate that in advance. But let's get right into today's video. Now let's go over some of the important notes before the meat and potatoes of this excursion. Now this excursion is very limited. Only 16 participants can take part of this, so it is a first come basis. This excursion also takes place on the last sea day. Now you cannot book this shore excursion or excursion before you get on board the ship, so you can't book it through the Carnival Hub app or your online booking on carnival.com. You must physically go to the shore excursion desk or the adventures desk on your ship to join this excursion. Now the cost of this excursion varies from ship to ship, itinerary to itinerary, and length of your cruise, but typically comes in around $55 per person up to $95 per person, and this excursion lasts anywhere between 2 hours and 3.5 hours, again depending on the ship you're on. Obviously some of the smaller ships it'll probably be a little bit shorter, and some of the larger ships it'll probably be a little bit longer. Now for security purposes, absolutely no recording devices are allowed on this excursion, whether it's video camera, cell phone, anything like that is absolutely not allowed, and you will be batoned by the security to make sure that you don't have any of these devices on you. Now, an important note in regards to this excursion is that you visit several areas that are only accessible by stairs. So if you have limited mobility, then this tour unfortunately might not be, something for you. Now guests on this excursion must wear closed-toe shoes or sneakers. No flip-flops, sandals, or bathing suits are permitted on this tour. Now the minimum age for this tour is 8 years or older, and they must be accompanied by an adult that's participating in the tour, of course. And finally, the tour guide of your excursion is going to be the onboard training and development manager, accompanied by a member or members of security. Now let's discuss some of the tours that you go to. I'm sure there are a couple that I'm missing, but again, you couldn't take any photos, cameras, recording devices of any kind. So this is all on memory and research between me and Michelle. We did this tour on the Carnival Sunrise. Basically, its inaugural season when the Sunrise first debuted, so it's been a little bit of time, but me and her talked back and forth again, and doing research we were able to come up with a lot of the different places we visited. But some of these places include the laundry room, and not the guest laundry room where you can go and iron your suit. This is going to be the massive laundry room on board the ship where they do all your linens, towels, and everything like that. There will be employees and crew there that you can talk to that are doing folding together. They pair in teams in order to fold laundry quickly and efficiently, and they have fun doing it. You wouldn't think visiting a laundry room is exciting, but it was actually a lot of fun to see just how much laundry they go through, and also see that they're still having a good time doing it. Now you also go to the galley, the kitchen on board the ship, where they will do a demonstration. For us, they did a watermelon demonstration. I can't remember exactly what they made, but I want to say it was like an animal or something like that, and it was absolutely amazing how quickly they were able to do it. You also see, everybody preparing meals, appetizers, entrees, for throughout the day, salads, things like that. So again, really neat area to visit, and it's amazing how clean this area is as well. Now, next up on the tour, you go to the crew mess area and the crew bar, which is great to see, a place where the crew members can relax, take a breath, enjoy a meal or a drink. And the crew bar specifically was really fun to see because you have pictures everywhere of past crew members, current crew members, all smiling, having drinks and, just laughing, enjoying each other's company. Also, they had this crew calendar or crew activity calendar posted on their bulletin board. I'll enlarge this picture here for you guys to read a little bit. But when we were talking to one of the crew members that were in this area while we were walking through, some of their favorite activities that they really kind of like circle throughout the months that they absolutely love going to is the crew karaoke and the crew talent show. They say that these are the best nights and they really look forward to them. Some of the other nights are like spa nights. So you have a thermal night. They have, cheese and grape nights, fitness classes, crew food parties, crew comedy shows. So they have a lot of different activities, where they can meet each other, mingle, and, again, just cut loose. So it's great to see that. Next, you go to the crew training area where they have different TVs and, computers to learn more about their job. They can also take classes that they can complete in order to get promotions on the ship. The development manager that was doing the tour with us also told us that, if there's husband and wife or girlfriend, boyfriend that they meet on the ship, they can request to be in the same cabin. But then somebody asked afterwards, what if they break up during their contract? Well, unfortunately, they just have to figure it out. That's why a lot of people say, don't date somebody you're working with. But of course, this is a very different situation being on a ship for so long. So I'm sure that they can still remain friends. They work with each other all the time. So it's not a big deal for them. I'm sure it happens all the time. Another place that you'll visit is the engine control room, where you will talk to a lot of the engineers on board. And it's really cool, such a loud space. They answer any and all questions that you might have. Unfortunately, I know nothing about engineering, so it all pretty much went over my head, but still a really cool area, that you can only access, of course, on this tour. After this, you'll visit the storeroom where they keep all of your food, your drinks. We went into the area where they keep all of the alcohol on board, and you just had pallets upon pallets. You can get lost in this room of just different types of beers, alcohols, juices, soda products. It was absolutely insane how much they carry. I would imagine they carry, at least 2 or 3 cruises worth of, alcohol and food and drink. But just to see it in person is crazy. And also just the way they keep these areas so clean is really, really special. Another really cool area we visited was Backstage, and not only was it behind the curtain, but we actually got to go to the room. I guess I'll call it a room. It was more like a long closet where, the singers and dancers get changed, do their makeup, put different wigs on and all that good stuff that fit like 10 to 12 different people. I have no idea how they do it and so quickly, but again, just another really cool area to view. Now, we also got to see the crew gym, which is different from the main gym upstairs. And we didn't physically get to go into the gym, I'm guessing because of safety concerns or whatnot, but we got to see, just looking into it, and looked like a nice area, dumbbells, barbells, things of that nature. Nothing crazy special there, but just a nice feature that, the company provides for their crew, of course, while they're not working. Now, another place we got to visit was I-95 on the ship, and if you've never heard this term before, it is basically one large hallway where all the crew members are walking back and forth all day long, trying to get from job to job, position to position, and it's always busy because, of course, you have guests awake 24/7. Obviously more people are up during the day, but there's still people up at night in the casino, pool, different areas of the ship. So you've got to have crew at all times, keeping the ship clean and running things. And this spot is just really cool to walk down. It's almost like you feel like a crew member walking on I-95. And finally, the highlight area of the ship, and that is the bridge. We had an amazing time on the bridge. Absolutely gorgeous views. We got to meet, again, some of the senior officers as well as the captain. Got some amazing pictures with them, as I'll show you in just a minute. But this, by far, even if it was just a tour to the bridge specifically, would have been well worth it without any of the other areas. We got to spend 20-25 minutes up there talking to, again, all the crew, the captain, taking pictures, asking questions, and just enjoying the views from the bridge. Absolutely breathtaking. Now, not only do you get the behind the fun tour, you actually get souvenirs that are included in the excursion price as well. And I have some of them that we got. I think it's everything that we got, but I wanted to show everybody real quick. So everybody is given a goodie backpack that says behind the fun. On the bottom, it says honorary team member with the Carnival logo. You also get a cool bracelet that also says fun for all for fun, and behind the fun on the back of it. You also get a lanyard, of course, that says behind the fun as well. Mine is a little beat up from being used so often. And then finally, you get a behind the fun hat. Of course, it doesn't have the pins on it. I just did that. That's where I put a lot of my pins. I gotta update it though. But a really cool hat. Each person gets each one of these as well. And lastly, you get these professional photos for free. They gave us 3 of them, which I'll show here. Now, our overall thoughts on this excursion was it was absolutely fantastic, and we are really interested in doing it again in the near future. Like I said, we did it on the inaugural season of the Carnival Sunrise, and we'd be interested in doing it on smaller ships, larger ships, and anything in between. It is absolutely worth the price, whether it's $55 per person or $95 per person, or even more. It is worth the value just to get on the bridge, have a discussion, and ask some questions on the captain, and to get the souvenirs makes it worth it, just right there, without all of the other stuff that it includes. The only thing that is unfortunate is, as this video debuts, the behind the fun tour is still paused due to the pandemic, so they have not brought this one back just yet, but hopefully in the near future it will return. I do think it's going to be one of the last things that they bring back. We're still waiting on, Dr. Seuss Breakfast, Dr. Seuss Parade, as well as the priority boarding. But I think this one will probably be on the back burner for the last things that they bring back, because of course you're, bringing the public behind scenes into these sensitive, areas. But I do believe it will return. And once it does, please look for this, get on the ship. If it's something that you want to do, immediately go to the shore excursion desk or the adventure desk, whichever one is on your ship, and go ahead and book it, because like I said, they only do 1 tour per cruise, and it is limited to 16 people. Now these things may change as they bring it back, but that's how it was in the past. If you have any other questions in regards to this tour, any comments, just let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know anybody else that's been on this tour, what ship, and what were your thoughts, of the tour. Did you visit any other places, that we forgot about, or maybe that we didn't go to see? Because I'm sure, the tour is a little bit different from ship to ship. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, supporting the channel. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and join our family. We'd absolutely love to have you. Hopefully we'll see you right back here in the next video, or on a cruise ship one day. Catch you later.